Ellen McCauley. I'm at Pray It Off in Syracuse, New York. We just had a week off, and some of us were in the Bahamas, me and my husband, and I really did think about the group a lot. I thought about what amazing people there are in this room and how we're all on a life journey together. And that life journey includes some trips and some vacations and some things that may be more challenging, and yet we can work it out all together. Now, next week you're going to hand in your food log, and on the back of it are 5 daily reminders. I will return this food log to you, but I want you to write these down on a sticky and put it on your mirror, and I want you not only to read them, I want you to believe it. I am amazing. Amazing. Each and every one of you are unique. Only one like you. Never ever before, never after. You are unique and you are amazing. You all have wonderful qualities. That's why when I meet new people on the ship, it's a miracle I'm here and not still there talking to people, because I'm fascinated by their stories, their history. Everyone was just amazing. And here's the hard part too. I can't do anything. We think we can do some things. Oh, you know, I'm so great at work. I'm an accountant and I can do great. I can do taxes. I can do this. Or I'm so great at sales. I can sell this. I can sell that. Or I'm a good mother. I take care of my children. Oh, lose weight? Yeah, I'm not very good at that. We have to tell ourselves we can do anything, and that includes losing weight and keeping it off. Many of us have talked about how we've gone up and down and all around. But there are people in this room, and I'm not going to call you out today, that have lost 30, 40, 50 pounds. Maybe they go up 1, maybe they go up 2, maybe they go down 1, down 2. But they've maintained the race. We too can do that. We can do anything. Let's say that. I can do anything. Positivity is a choice. It's a choice. We can be positive or we can be negative. Now, I went to bingo with my sister, and she never watches the blog, so I can talk about her. Ha ha! Talk about my sister. Well, the guy in between the numbers would have a lot of chatter, like some jokes and stuff, and I was just sitting there enjoying the whole thing, and my sister was like, why doesn't he call the next number? Why? There's just too much chatter. Why does he keep doing this? It's just taking too long. And I'm like, too long for what? Where are we going? We're on a boat. We're not going anywhere. And it just shows we had a choice then. We could be impatient or we could enjoy the chatter. Maybe it's not the bingo we thought it was going to be, where you go B6, B7, B11, bingo, or it was just a ship version of bingo. Positivity is a choice no matter what. You know, we went to the first Buffalo game on the ship Sunday night, and it was against the Giants. So it was the ship went out of New York. Half the room, and we had this big screen, and there was, 1,000 people maybe? Yeah. Half were for the Giants, half were for Buffalo. It was so much fun, and we won in the final seconds. Now, the second game, it wasn't on it was on some little TV in a bar that was crowded. So we didn't watch that one, but people were like, oh, they lost. They'll never make it to the Super Bowl now. What? You lose a couple games, you don't make it to the Super Bowl? Everyone who's been in the Super Bowl has an undefeated season? No. Same with us. Or we gain some weight. It doesn't mean we can't make it to the Super Bowl, okay? Because positivity is a choice. I celebrate my individuality. Here's what I say about myself. I'm a weirdo. I am a weirdo. And I own it. I own it. And I celebrate it. I think some people who aren't weirdos are boring. You got to be kind of out there to be a weirdo. Otherwise, and I say that's what I love about Pray It Off, because you're all kind of weirdos. And people are out there, how dare she say I'm a weirdo? No, you know what I mean? We're all unique. We're all individuals. We all have our own thing. And here's where we have another problem. I am prepared to succeed. And Beth mentioned it in her preview. You can't succeed unless you change. Now, another person in the group told me about her going to a registered dietitian. She went to the registered dietitian, and the registered dietitian said, I'm not going to concentrate on losing weight with you right now. What I'm going to concentrate on is repairing your body. There's things you need to do to reset your metabolism, to get your levels up in different areas. That's exactly what mine said to me, that I had to increase my protein. I had to increase my fiber. And this person said, you know, I thought I was going to a registered dietitian at first to lose weight, but isn't it better to repair yourself, to prepare yourself for life? So don't always look at losing weight, because any of us could eat cabbage soup for a week and lose 5 pounds. We're trying to be healthy in the long run. And you know, one of the reasons why I wanted people to dress up tonight and, you know, put on some makeup, put on some jewelry, is because so many of us have had a low self-esteem, low self-image because of our weight. You know, we think, you know, I think that if I walk up lecturing to go up to the lectern, that everyone's going to be out there going, you know what, in 2016, Ellen's butt was 1 foot wide, and now it's 1.5 foot wide. I think she's ballooning up. You know, I don't want people looking at my butt. But basically, should they be looking at my butt in church and saying how big it is, or should we be thinking about the opening hymn or the opening prayer? I'm more worried about things. We think people are paying attention to us. Most of the time, they just care about themselves. And we're so worried about our own self-image, self-esteem, you know. What's really important, though, is how we feel about ourselves. And I am one of those rare, unique people that have a really high self-esteem and a low self-image. That they're rare to come together. Because I think there's not much I can't do if I set my mind to it, and I believe in myself, and I think I'm unique. But my body and my weight, ooh, you know, and that's one of the reasons why I do my hair and do my nails and try to look halfway decent, to kind of feel better. And it does make me feel better. If I look halfway decent, I feel, and this is funny too, I had to go for colonoscopy yesterday, which is another reason why I think I probably only gained 2 pounds on the cruise. And I wasn't going to bring that up, but now you know. So anyway, she comes, so the nurse says to me, Bob's standing there because he's got to drive me home, so she says to me, I thought she said this. I thought she said, you know how they talk so fast? I'm going to take your picture, I thought she said. So I said, oh, I don't have any makeup on. I didn't know. And I take off my glasses and I go like this. And she's coming at me like this. She's going right up to, I go, what are you doing? Like she's got the camera. She goes, I'm going to take your temperature. And I thought she said, I'm going to take your picture. She goes, I wondered why you said you didn't have any makeup on. Like that makes a difference. But that's the first thing I thought of. She's going to take my picture? I don't have makeup on. Oh my gosh, who goes to get their DMV picture and doesn't make sure they look halfway decent, right? You don't want to live with that. I had the hardest time with my passport photo because I'm like this. And they go, oh, you can't do that. I'm like, what? They go, you can't smile. I go, I don't think I can take a picture without smiling. And I'm like, at the last minute I'd go, and he goes, you can't do that. You know, wait do you see, I've got this like little smirk on my face. So I think it's the self-esteem you get, or the self-image, by taking a little bit better care of yourself, making sure you look. A couple people tonight said to me, Ellen, I bought this top 20 pounds ago, and look, it fits me really well. You know, I myself said, well, I got this on the cruise in the markdown rack for $10. It was 75% off. And I said, I wish I had something to wear that had the brown in it. And I went in my closet and cut the tags off of this. How many of us have those things, right? So one of the reasons about our self-esteem and self-image is it starts at birth. You know, one of the things that saved my bacon is my mother drowned out the world. The world could say, Ellen Bell and the watermelon. The world could say, here comes the McCauley retards. But my mother drowned them out. She said, oh, you're the best. You're so smart. You're so clever. You're so beautiful. You're so this. Her voice, when I think about losing her at 89, she was the voice that pulled us out of the negativity of the world. And for those of you who did not have that voice, for those of you who go home tonight and look in the mirror and don't see the beauty that you are, you call me, because I will tell you how beautiful you are. I will drown out the world, okay? So we need to let that go. We need to let the negativity of our self-esteem and self-image go. Every guy who said to you, I'll marry you when you lose 50 pounds, maybe that didn't happen to you, it happened to me, they don't matter. The love and approval we get. And you know, I like that singer Lizzo. She's changed the world. When I was on that cruise, let me tell you, there were some big girls in some bikinis. I mean some real big girls. Really, really, really big girls. And I'm like, whoa! They're loud and proud, you know, and I still had the black cover-up thing with a little skirty thing, but that's how I feel comfortable. You're not going to see me in a bikini. I don't care what Lizzo wears. But the thing is, you have to feel comfortable with yourself in order to love yourself enough to lose weight. Because sometimes we think we deserve this. We deserve to be overweight. We don't. Also, we have the right to feel good about ourselves. And you know, it's funny. If someone came up to me and said, you know, Ellen, I hate to tell you this, but you're the worst lector at Holy Family. When you get up there to read, oh my gosh, I hate it. I wouldn't believe them, because I know that I'm pretty good at lecturing. I know that. But if someone came up to me and said, Ellen, that dress doesn't look that good on you. You know, your fat rolled there, and from the back, your butt is kind of really, I'm like, really? I would buy that hook, line, and sinker. Wouldn't you? Wouldn't you buy something if someone's talking about how you look? But don't tell me I'm not a good lecturer. I won't buy that for a second. So here's what we have to do. Not buy it. When someone says, how curious that you feel so comfortable with me that you're talking about my rolls and butt. Let me talk to you about your personality. Let me tell you, the reason why you don't have any friends, that's why. You know? So, we need to reprogram our negative thoughts. I'm going to stop right there, Bobby.